Okay, I've been installing these Kadee couplers on my Super Chief, and these are all Lifelike Tyco cars, different kinds. I use them because my layout's a shelf layout, and the longer eighth turns and whatnot won't make the turn. And if these guys fall 8 feet, no big deal. I get another one. So, this is what they look like. First thing I'll have to do is just nip the clip off the old horn and hook coupler and install these 451 extended gearbox couplers. They're working really nice. You can see this one's got a metal bottom, but whatever. They just work real swell. And I can't put regular KDs on here because there's just no place to put them. I can't get into the car if I need to. And these they have the pivot, and they seem they're going to be perfect. I've tested a couple on the track. So far, so good. So, like I said, cut these off, throw it away. Then you have to glue these shims on, and I did that a little while ago because they have to dry. But here, we'll open the pack, show you what's in here. All kind of great stuff. This may take a while, but I'm going to show you the whole process. The instructions, keep those. Don't lose the parts. That's the real parts. Okay. Here's the shims they come with. And I've been using the thicker ones. And you just peel them off and glue them on. I have found, I'll show you these parts in a minute, but these gearboxes, I like them mounted, at least they've been working just behind the rear of the train, just about like that, just behind the rear there. And that on this one to the center hole where the screw will go is 5/8 of an inch. So I just marked it 5/8, made sure it was in the middle, which on this train happens to be 5/8 of an inch. And there's the shim, glued down, ready to go. These will come in handy for other things, I'm sure. In the box of other things. And I use this as a center punch. Works pretty darn good. One of these had the metal bottom. And of course, I had to use the steel punch for that. But it worked just fine. So what I'm doing is using these tap and drill set. And these are 256 screws, so the 50 drill tap and the drill, and it's going to work just fine. Pardon my giant drill, but here she is, and it works. I could do it with the pin vise, but a little finesse, not a problem. All right, there it is. Then the tap. I got a vise for that. And you got to get this straight. Get her straight. There you go. It's just plastic. Be nice. I'm kind of trying to show you how it works here. Don't want to strip this out. Then you got a problem. It feels like that's it. Yep. So that's all it is. That's tapped, ready to go. I glued the shim on with a little CA glue, let it dry, drilled and tapped it out. Now we'll go to this. So we need the gearbox and a whisker coupler. Love those little whisker couplers. And the top to the gearbox. And we're going to need a couple of little screws. They give you extra screws, extra springs. And they also give you extra springs for the couplers. But the gearbox has a spring, and I'll show that to you in a second. Let's look at the instructions. Don't want to mess it up. I've done 5, but I'm old. You know how it is. There you go. So, no nubby on there. Get that off. Little nubby on here. Get that off. Whisker coupler, very nice. And I believe the coupler points up. Yep, points up. Or like that, according to the old instructions. And this is going to come apart. And when I set it down, but I'm going to just show you. It goes in like so. And it'll sit right nice. Then you got to put the screw. Oops, yeah, I told you. There it comes. The slippery little devil. I got fat fingers. And the little teeny eensy weensy screw. Don't lose the screw. A magnetic screwdriver at this point would come in real handy. Just don't happen to have one and didn't have my magnet handy, so I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Keep our fingers crossed. I hope I got everything right. So close, wrong screwdriver. Oh, bugger. Oh, no. There it is. Take a breath. Okay, here we go, YouTube. And boom. Okay, you gotta make sure you don't get the little whiskers caught in there, and then check it. And I'm looking at my drawing, and I've done it correctly. Okay, it's loose. It's loose, by gum. Time for a new screwdriver too. Old things had it. Okay, and you take, what do they call this? The centering bushing, and put it in the gearbox, like so. Oh my goodness, like so. And this is going to fall out, but that's the way it goes. Now for the tricky part. Take your handy dandy spring loading tool. Get yourself a spring, and it goes right in this little slot. Got it backwards. I'm a fly fisherman, so I'm kind of used to this little stuff. One more try. In you go. Okay. There it is. Now, take your screw. Oh, don't let this come apart. Fortunately, they give you an extra screw. I think I lost a. I don't know if I've lost a spring yet. Probably. This is the tricky part, folks. You gotta just get that on there. Like so. the spring wants to fall out of the back. And I'm having the devil of a time here. There. Like I said, I'm having the devil of a time. It's pivoted on me, so I bet you that spring has popped out. We'll find out in a second. Guess what? Spring popped out. Okay, YouTube, I'm trying this again. No edits. Just have fun with trains. That's what it's all about. This old Super Chief, I like it. I've had it for years. I just keep messing with it. And then I bought a couple A-Thurn cars. They just wrecked instantly. Sold them again. And when I pull it with these model power, I seem to have stretched that old spring. I'm going to get a different one. Once again, piece of cake, right? And it goes. They make a little, Kadee, of course, makes a little tool for this, but yeah, who needs that? It takes a village. I just noticed that. It's funny. They're impeaching Trump tonight, by the way. How about that? What do you think of that? What will they think of next? Okay, Mr. Spring. Everyone's going to cooperate this time. So these things are, as you can see, a little persnickety, but I tell you what, you got to get them in the middle. And once you get them on, it works well. All right. Just going to make sure it's tight. I like it. Spot of oil. I suppose the grease would work just as well. Probably better. Who knows? And then check it. If you don't have one of these, get one. $5. They're handy. You can just make a car. And look at that. Perfect height. I got lucky. So, there you go. Kadee swing, extended swing gearbox whisker coupler. Works swell. I also modified these old model power engines with Kadees. They're mounted right to the trucks. You can see that was kind of a chore, but it worked. And I like these old model power trains. Once again, 8 feet. A lot easier to replace this, but they dual drive and keep them clean. I got a little extra weight mounted up in here, and I got 3 of these. Pulling my Super Chief. Pulls it no problem. I got a little grade, not much. It pulls it no problem, and it's pulling 8 cars right now, no problem. And some of the cars, well, most of the cars I have been fiddling with. I'll show you here. Oh, come on, little Lifelike piece of dookie. There we go. I've been installing LEDs, and there's a capacitor LED right here in the middle. This is a funky old one. It works though. And so That's the other reason I couldn't just put regular old Kadees on here, is I know where on the end to mount them, and I couldn't be able to get inside. And hopefully, well, I've tested them out. These gearboxes will allow me to even back up better because it's pushing on the chassis instead of the truck. Okay, there you go.